Good Yontif Temple Israel family. I'm Teresa Brenner, and I have the honor of serving as your president. Welcome to our congregants, our families and friends, and our many guests. We are so glad you have joined us this evening. When I envisioned speaking with you on Kol Nidre as your president, I thought I would be standing before you, with all of us gathered together physically at our home here at Temple Israel. Instead, I am standing in an empty sanctuary. Due to a generous multi-year gift of enhanced cameras, a quality sound system, and audiovisual equipment, we are indeed, in this moment, blessed to be together. Please take a minute to briefly close your eyes and remember what you see when we are physically together in one place at Temple Israel on Kol Nidre. Recall your family members who traveled to be with you, those friends who always sit around you, those congregants with whom you look forward to catching up. Envision everyone's talit, the movement of the greeters and the gabbai, the light of the ark, the faces of the rabbi and the cantor, the evening sun streaming through our beautiful stained glass windows and the biblical stories they tell, the warmth in one another's smiles. Imagine what you hear, the whispers for a good year, the greetings of how nice it is to see you, the sharing of what page number are we on in the Machzor, our voices rising in prayer and song together, the teachings of the Torah, our rabbi's words of wisdom, our cantor's stunning voice. Imagine what you feel, squeezing each other's hands, giving one another a quick hug, the love of your family, the warmth of the community, the seriousness of the day, the unworthiness of the soul, the gratitude to Adonai. As I stand before you this evening, the beginning of the holiest day of the year, I feel in complete awe. I am in awe of the memories of being with all of you in our congregational home. I am in awe of our clergy and the spirituality and warmth they bring into our entire congregational family. I am in awe of our professional team and the work they do to keep everything running so smoothly. And most of all, I'm in awe of each and every one of you. I'm thankful for how much the temple means to you and how much you mean to the temple. I am thankful for your perseverance, your communication, your resilience, and your dedication to Temple Israel and conservative Judaism. I am thankful for your annual renewal commitments, your additional financial commitments, your volunteer involvement, and your participation in services, life cycle events, and educational opportunities. I'm thankful for your call to social action, your compassion to those in need, and your service to our community. Every year, this period of time provides an opportunity for Shavua, a return to our state of goodness, Tefillah, a reaching of our souls towards Adonai, and Tzedakah, a giving of some of what we have because it is the just and right thing to do. Each year, Temple Israel presents opportunities to fulfill those requirements of the High Holy Days. This evening, I am presenting you with an opportunity to fulfill Tzedakah by requesting that you give a financial donation to Temple Israel. Earlier this week, you received by mail this year's Temple Israel High Holy Day Appeal Card with suggested gift amounts beginning at $36. You may also make a contribution to our High Holy Day Appeal online. We appreciate each and every gift. Imagine if all the gifts of any amount of 500 families, on average, are $360, we would collectively raise $180,000. Rabbi Michael Walk's quote on the card reminds us of the value of keeping our connection to our community during this time when we have learned to live our Jewish lives in new ways so as to protect the lives of our most vulnerable. Please join me in continuing a connection to our community by contributing an amount to our High Holy Day Appeal for $57.81. We also welcome additional donations to our fund for the courtyard and garden in honor of Rabbi Emeritus Murray Ezrin. Please feel free to drive to the synagogue and, wearing your mask and observing social distancing, take a peek at this beautiful outdoor space. We believe the completion date will be around the end of October. In addition to the Sam Lerner Amphitheater, we have additional naming opportunities available as well for substantial donations. I look forward to hearing from those of you interested in these opportunities after the conclusion of the High Holy Days. Your lay leaders and professional staff remained focused on being good financial stewards of our collective financial commitments and investments in Temple Israel. I'm grateful for our families who have renewed their annual commitments. We are making solid progress towards our budget for this year. Thank you in advance to each of you for your additional financial contribution to our High Holy Day appeal this year and for your investment in our Temple Israel community. I remain focused on my top 3 priorities for this year. Those are, first, to successfully transition Rabbi Michael Walk as our senior rabbi at Temple Israel, and he, Heidi, and their daughters, Julia and Clara Rose, into our congregational family. Second, to successfully transition Tawani Dewberry as our executive director. And third, to reopen our physical synagogue to congregants in a safe manner when the time is right. We are making significant progress on these 3 priorities. It is indeed hard to believe how much has been accomplished in 4 months while continuing to operate in our physically distanced manner. I hear from so many of you who believe we are poised for greatness with Rabbi Michael Walk, Cantor Shira Lissick, Executive Director Tawani Dewberry, Director of Congregational Education Helene Kornsgold, and our entire professional team. You can sense the excitement and the vibrancy of our community here at Temple Israel. You can glimpse the future by seeing the unfettered happiness of our Torah tots as they clutch their plush toy Torahs and sing along with Mr. Caleb and Rabbi Kornsgold, and by hearing from our Temple Israel religious school parents about their children loving to blow the gifted shofar so much the shofar had to go to temporary timeout. The present is so vibrant. We have our Torah on Tap members seeking to be actively involved in leadership, and our young families who give so generously of their shared vision and their individual time. I'm in wonder of the multi-generational active involvement in friendship of the women of Temple Israel, of the creative programming and increasing growth in the men's club, and of the quick grasp and mastering of all things technology by our social club members. Weekly Shabbat services are not to be missed. You will want to hear Rabbi Walk's thoughtful sermons and Cantor Lissick's lyrical prayers. Rabbi Walk and Cantor Lissick present a breathtaking beacon of conservative Judaism at Temple Israel, which is most recently evidenced by the geographic location of those watching our Rosh Hashanah services. You, along with your family and friends and our guests, were in the greater Charlotte area, at the North and South Carolina beaches, in almost every state, in England and in Scotland, and as far away as New Zealand. We have so much to look forward to in this coming year of 5781. Sukkot and Simchat Torah are soon to arrive. We will hear the 2nd annual winter concert with our very own Cantor Shira Lissick and view the presentation of our coveted Shofar Award to Audrey Maddens and Irving Beanstock. We will install our new senior rabbi, Michael Walk. We will dedicate the courtyard and garden in honor of Rabbi Emeritus Rabbi Murray Ezrin and past clergy. We will celebrate many Benot and B'nai Mitzvah. This year will overflow with unique, meaningful, and memorable experiences, providing us with a sense of belonging and community. I would like to take a minute to seek forgiveness for future mistakes we will make in this coming year. We are not perfect. Mistakes will happen. When they happen to you or those you love or the causes in which you are interested, it can be particularly painful. Please know these inevitable mistakes, which are a part of being imperfect humans, from typographical errors or omissions in printed materials to mispronunciations of names to unintended interpretations of spoken or written words, are not intentional, and I ask in advance for your forgiveness and compassion. I will not attempt to thank the so very long list of so many of you who have contributed so much of your good thinking, time, and resources to the continued success of Temple Israel. We would be here for far too long if I did. So please accept my sincere thank you to each and every one of you for bringing all that you are and all that you have, indeed for bringing your best self to Temple Israel. I am the caretaker of your community. I'm available to you. I would like to hear from you. I invite you to continue reaching out to me. Temple Israel is our spiritual home. We are a family, a community, a kehillah. We belong together. I believe Temple Israel is where each of us is experiencing our individual journey in Judaism. in a community where we can collectively lift one another up and do good in the world. My desire is that we continue creating a warm, welcoming, respectful environment where we value our diversity of thoughts and talents, where we bring joy to those who are celebrating, healing to those who are hurting, a deeper sense of conservative Judaism to those who are seeking, and hope and a sense of peace to all. May you have good health, happiness, and hope in 5781. May you have an easy fast, and may you be inscribed and sealed in the book of life.